In this video, you'll learn what the front controller pattern is, and why PHP frameworks like Laravel and Symfony, and CMSs like WordPress use it. This is the first in a series of videos that will teach you how frameworks work in PHP by building one step by step. I'll be doing this using modern standards, best practices, and third-party packages where necessary. In order to follow along, you need to already be familiar with basic PHP. In a plain PHP application, you might have several different PHP files that represent a different part of the application. For example, a home page, a product page, a list of products, and so on. By default, there's typically a direct connection between the URL and the path to the PHP script. So the request from the browser shows exactly which PHP file is being requested, and therefore which script is executed. The disadvantage of this is that it can get complicated when it comes to sharing code. For example, code that connects to the database, code that checks for authentication, and so on. All common code needs to be included in every file that needs it. This can lead to inconsistencies, repeated code, and code that's difficult to maintain. The solution to this is to use a front controller. This is where every request goes through one single script. That script decides what code to run based on the request. This means we can have common code all in one place, avoiding duplicated code in multiple scripts. Let's have a look at a practical example. In this folder we have three files: home.php, list.php, and show.php. These all just output simple strings. Let's access these via a web browser. I'm going to do this by running PHP's built-in web server. So in a terminal window from the same folder, I'll run PHP with the -s flag, specifying localhost as the address and 8000 as the port. That started the local web server at the specified address. Let's open that in a browser, and immediately we get a not found response. This is to be expected as there's no index.php script. However, if I specify one of the existing files, such as home.php, then this works, and we see the output from that file. This also works for list.php and show.php. Let's create a front controller to serve these files instead. So in the root of the project, let's create a file called index.php. In here, after the PHP opening tag, let's enable strict type checking. Note this has to be the first line after the opening tag. Although this won't make any difference just yet, it's highly recommended to always include this, as it prevents silent type conversions, thereby making code safer and more predictable. Following this, while we're developing, we need to make sure errors are displayed. Although we could set this in the ini configuration file, it's simpler at this stage to just enable them directly by setting the configuration setting in the code like this. Later on, we'll look at error handling in more detail. Then, let's get the page value from the query string and assign it to a variable. Then, let's simply require the file with that value, prefixing this with the dir constant to get the current folder, and appending the .php suffix. So now in the browser, if I request the index file and pass in a page variable in the query string set to the value home, we get the content from the home.php file. Likewise for the list page and the show page. So, although all of these requests are showing different pages, they're all going through one page, index.php. This is basically all the front controller is, one script that handles all requests. As index.php is the default, we can remove it from the URL, and as long as we pass the query string in, these URLs still work. Be aware that this is a trivial example that has a security problem. We're including a file based on untrusted input from the query string. So if I pass in a value for a page that doesn't exist, we get an error. This makes the application vulnerable to path traversal or file inclusion attacks. So in practice, this value should be sanitized, and we should check that the required file exists, and so on. However, for the purposes of this demonstration, I'll just leave it at that. Later on, this won't be a problem once we learn about routing. So this is a basic front controller, a single script that handles every request. The request might ultimately be handled by another script, but it's the front controller that delegates the handling of the request to that script. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.